Eat clean, get lean. So in this series, we are reviewing the Eat Clean, Get Lean shopping list that you can download on my website. And when you download it, you don't know what to do with it. So in each section, I give you my tips and why actually, and the reason why it is on the list. So far we looked at the nuts, seeds, fruit, vegetables. We covered the source of the protein for vegans, vegetarians, and even the meat eaters. And now we will look at the alternatives to sweeteners. Sugar is a big topic, and I have many presentations on that you can actually download on my website. And here I only want to say that I don't support eating any sugar, but I understand that if you are moving from the processed food and you are changing your lifestyle, you need to take it easy. And you are looking for alternatives that are not hurting so much. So you will find on in my list honey. Honey is good for people that do not suffer with bloating. However, if you suffer with bloating, the chances are that you have fructose intolerance. And honey is 60% fructose and 40% glucose. So usually people think glucose is the sugar, but glucose is basically the single molecule of the sugar. So sugar, the sucrose that you know, it's 2 molecules of glucose. And fructose is also 2 molecules. The problem is that fructose escapes the system as it normally goes, and our body cannot track it so fast. So it doesn't spike insulin so much, and that's why diabetics think that it can be a good choice for them. But it ends up in the liver and it causes the fatty liver disease. That's why some raw vegans, when they go under the scan, you can see that all that fat grows in their abdominal area, and this is actually quite dangerous because then the organs are suffocated and they cannot work on in their full range. So that's why you have to be balanced in everything, not thinking that, okay, I will stop eating a normal regular sugar, sucrose, glucose, but I will, turn into eating lots and lots of fruit. Yeah, so it's not the solution. And honey can also cause, because of this, bloating. So you still have to be wise and maybe have like 1 spoon of honey per day. Then you can see there's stevia. So stevia, it's actually really low in calories. It doesn't spike the insulin. It doesn't have the fructose. And that would be a source of sugar. It's actually sweeter than sugar. And you can use it anywhere, in tea, in coffee. I personally don't like the taste of it, but it's on my list because it really doesn't have any negative impact on our health. Then you will see there coconut sugar. And I talk about coconut blossom sugar. So it's basically nectar, still nectar. It's still sugar. It's concentrated sugar from the nectar from the blossoms of the coconut palm tree. And it's as it's like concentrated, it's in granules, and it is lower in glycemic index. So also it doesn't spike the insulin so much, but it's still sugar. But that's the alternative that I personally use for baking cakes or whatever for my children. Then I have their maple syrup. So maple syrup, if syrup, because syrup as well, syrup is something that is concentrated sugar. If syrup, then it would be a maple syrup. Maybe like you mix 1 spoon into your dressing when you make a dressing for salad. Maybe you put it on your buckwheat pancakes, my favorite buckwheat pancakes, or waffles, or like whatever. But again, taking it occasionally. It's not an everyday treat. You will see that on my list, you will not find agave syrup, because agave syrup is highly processed. You can watch so many videos, read so many articles, go on PubMed, and you will see that agave syrup is absolutely not recommended. Yes, it's again high in fructose, but it's such a concentrated high fructose syrup that it has no benefits for you whatsoever. Dates. So dates, many vegan bars and many sugar-free amazing cakes are made from dates. So what is the portion size? So one date, just one dry date, is a daily amount of carbohydrates for a person that wants to like stay lean. One date. Then you would not be able to eat any pasta, any rice, any root vegetable, nothing else. So you have to be careful whether you want to eat that one date or maybe the bar, the cake that will have even 3 dates in it. This massive amount of fructose. And also dry fruit like dates and figs are causing bloating and enormous farting. So if that is your problem, stay away from dry fruit. Xylitol. So xylitol, it's extract from birch, from the tree. And again, it is recommended for those ones that want to lose weight or are diabetic, but it has some side effects. It's causing bloating. You can find it, for example, in chewing gums, and many people don't know it, that if they have the label actually says that you shouldn't have more than 2 or 3 chewing gums per day. If you have 6 chewing gums per day, you increase the amount of xylitol, and then bloating, nausea, digestion, cramps in the stomach, all of that you can have if you overdo it on xylitol. Xylitol, for example, it's a poison for dogs. If a dog eats a little bit of xylitol, that's the end. So you really have to be careful. Maca powder, that can be a good option. It's a superfood. So if you like to spend money on superfood, you can add it to your smoothies, you can add it to your yogurt, and it has many benefits. We would stay here for long to tell you about the benefits of this maca powder, but that's why it's on my list, because the research really was very positive. And dark chocolate. So I write here minimum 70%, like if I can say 87%. So in Coop in Switzerland, there is a really nice chocolate from Honduras. It's 87% and it's still tasting fabulous. And if you do 90%, it's even better. So organic chocolate with, for example, handful of nuts is a really amazing afternoon snack. And what will be the next section? Gluten-free grain. So stay tuned in, because that's important one.